What is happening, people? United Centrally back with another video. I told you we're coming back. We don't mess around. The podcast is back.
Boom.
My two guys on my right, Nuruddin. How's everything?
No good.
Moving in, not too bad.
Moving in, not bad, not stressful.
Any advice for the people that are trying to move in?
Yo, take it easy. Bit by bit. Don't try and do it all at once.
Don't try to be Superman and all that.
No. Don't break your backs.
That's for hospitality.
Yo.
Aaron.
Yes, man.
I'm feeling blessed, man.
Everything good. Everything good. Well,
Twitter. People coming at you on Twitter.
yeah, man. I feel like Nuruddin now. Like, come at me.
Come at me. But yeah, this is the podcast guy. I think this is about podcast maybe 42 or something like that. You know, this is start season. But we're gonna start with.
We're just having a joke about how the podcast, how long ago it started, and how we were all outside.
I was saying, like, because it's winter time now, you got to film inside. Bro.
Inside, bro.
You can't be filming outside with the rain and the wind and everything.
No, man, that wind, that Manchester wind, it's a killer, man. You know what I mean?
Anyone who lives in Manchester knows, like, the wind.
It's rain and it's wind. That's all you're guaranteed. You know what I mean? Everything else, you never know. But rain and if you like them too, yeah, then come to Manchester. But yo, Nuruddin, let's start with the Colchester game. I thought let's start with a bit of positivity in the week, because I know you're a bit emotional right now. But Colchester did what we had to do. Easy win, but I thought the first half was shocking. People, I think, forgot about that in the game. They were like, "Oh, look at Rashford, another goal, Martial." You know what I mean? It was a good win. But what do you think of that game, man? In all honesty,
so obviously I was working, and then I came home. You know, it takes a bit of time because for me to get into bed, so I'll come over at 12, 1 o'clock, and then I'm trying to find the extended highlights.
Yeah.
That first half, I am absolutely shocked that majority of fans stayed. I feel so bad for those school kids.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they might as well be back on Snake Mate. It was the return of the Snake Mate.
I was tempted.
To be fair, like, I was, most of the time in the first half, I was on my phone.
That's what I'm saying.
I was on my phone.
I was looking to watch a Glasgow on the phone, Joe. Was that bad, you know? And I thought, let me see what the Glasgow's saying.
And that was boring as well. You know what I mean? So
they were, and they get Colchester. They did it for a reason. They almost sat back all together. You know what I mean? It's almost 10 men behind the ball.
Yeah, he worked for them, didn't it? He worked for them.
We made it so easy for them. Yeah, we never ever expanded. We never ever said, you know what, Mason Greenwood, Ashton was doing about 41 crosses. It's like Fulham all over again.
Rolling back the years.
And no, almost one time there was Matic up front. Like, what?
Wow.
I just don't get it. And then obviously the floodlights came over. We showed a bit of quality. Matic with the assist. And then, man like Ricky's happy. But job done for you, and you know.
You know what? To me, in cups, it's one of those. Let's just get to the next round, innit?
Well, next round, Aaron, man.
Yes,
Man City. I was cautious. Flex was like, yo, be confident. I said, listen, mate, this is 2 legs we're talking. Yeah, we're not talking 1 leg counter-attack football.
And I know when they announced it, I was doing.
You was on, fan cam,
I was doing my fan cam, and I was saying that we can beat them, but then I thought, Said is actually right. It's 2 legs now. It's 2 games, and I think over 2 games they'll just have too much for us. De Bruyne now, bruv. Have you seen what he's doing against? What he's done against Arsenal?
It's found form now.
Oh no! Do you think we can beat them? Over 2 legs
in a derby. One game. 2 legs. The quality and the strength and depth in the squad.
Yeah, exactly.
Strength.
And I think they've got a better second. I think we can't play 2 teams. No. We can't play our strongest team for that game, surely.
Exactly, because one game we'll probably play our strongest team because it's a derby at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And Ollie would want to win this. But then, when we play during the week, the first game, on the weekend we'll have a match as well, and they'll have a match. They'll rest players. They'll be able to rest players. We won't. The same players that play against City in that first leg will play it on the weekend, and we'll play again against squad depth. So that's ultimately that's going to make the difference in the end to me.
And Ollie, I don't think he's got many to choose from, has he? You know what I mean? Over 2 legs. If you were to give your prediction, what would you say?
That's why I'm fuming.
Yeah?
That's why I'm fuming, because the press conference where he knocked me out.
Well,
no, I'm just saying to you, the reason why I'm fuming because it links with the point. We don't have the squad depth, especially in midfield, to be able to change it about, to be able to battle them and give them a game. And that is where it cuts to it. So for me, 1 game, if we're still in it at the game at Old Trafford,
I was going to say,
if we're still in it at Old Trafford, we're still in it. You know,
we were at home
we're
first.
Home first,
and then away.
Yeah, we maybe get 2-0 lead, and then maybe 2-0
lead. What? No. To me, I'm trying to be positive.
I'm trying to be positive. You know what I mean? These are what these guys want to be. I'm trying to be positive. But you know what? Let's dive into this podcast. I want to start off with, and there's a guy apparently who said Erling Haaland is flying today. Erling Haaland is flying, and he's saying it's rumoured to be in Manchester today. And I looked at that and I was like, what is going on with this football club? We do not need a striker. And yes, Erling Haaland is fit and is ready. But Aaron, man, do we need him?
I don't think we do, man. I think a lot of decisions have been made in the last few months since Ollie's been here, actually. A lot of the decisions that have been made are based on like emotions. It's always about, oh, I like this guy, and it's all friendly, and do you know what I mean? And I think buying Haaland in itself is not a bad thing. Maybe buying him and maybe loaning him out and then calling him back maybe in a year time or 2 years time would make more sense to me. But bringing him in right now,
when he wants to be a starter,
it's baffling. I don't know, man. And do you know, at the start of the season when Ollie was saying he wants to play free-flowing, attacking football, counter-attack and everything, bringing Haaland in would go against everything that Ollie said, because when you look at Salzburg, they work for him. All of the goals that he scored, a majority of the goals he scored, right now in my head, I'm thinking, on the top of my head, I can think about the goal from goal against Liverpool at Anfield. Look at the build-up, everything that the team have done, and then it went, the last step before he scored was that guy that's just signed for Liverpool. Minamino literally squared it over to him. All he had to do was tap in. And he scored so many goals. Yeah, you could say that, but obviously he scored nice goals as well. Most of the goals he scored were tap-ins, were headers, which tells you already the team is working for him. And I don't want the team to work for one player, because it's Lukaku all over again. Do you know what I mean? So buying Haaland is, for me, the same thing as having Lukaku. And if you're going to buy Haaland, then we might as well have kept Lukaku, even though I wanted him to leave. But I'm just trying to make the point that it's the same. They're the same type of player. Maybe Haaland has a better touch. Maybe Haaland has more awareness. He knows how to drive off the ball. He doesn't do unnecessary step overs and stuff. But to me, it's just another Lukaku, man. So
why does Ollie want him then?
Because he worked with him at Molde.
Well, Molde's not United, is it though? You know what I mean? Let's not kid us. Why does he want him at Norden? Tell me.
Ollie's talking.
What is this obsession?
Ollie's talking like he's managing Molde, mate. That's what he's talking like. But anyway, so I said exactly the same things on the 5 things we learned. From I said exactly the same thing. We did it the other night on Monday night. To me, when I see it on the face of it, I think, we need a striker. We need it, because if Martial was to get injured again, right? We know that our team, the way we function, we play like a team that's facing relegation team. We're on relegation football. We're on relegation football when we haven't got a central somebody who can be the pivot, somebody that we work off, right? Haaland is 19. His game can develop. There's a lot of areas, and I did say, from everything that I've seen, I don't claim to watch Austrian football.
No, I don't.
I'm not a big fan, but everything that I've seen and all of the goals that you see on YouTube, because that's not get twisted. That's what we watch. I watched a couple of games where he played in. Majority of the game, he's the kind of striker that is not involved in a lot of the play, because he's still young, obviously. So those things come with years of experience in playing, right? But I can see Ollie, somebody he's worked with already, somebody he can coach. One thing about him, he's still a finisher, because even the tap-ins, you have to finish them. You have to be there to finish them.
That's the pros. That's the pros.
So you have to be the tap-ins, and he doesn't miss the tap-ins, right? He finishes them, right? But right at this now, bringing him alone will just be the biggest. It will be like Ollie saying, right, guys, in about 2 months' time, get that P45 ready for me.
Because that's how you see it, really.
Yeah, because if it's just him, if Manchester United were to get him, Aaron just said, and what I just said previously on this channel, that the whole team works to get. You know what it reminds me of? He reminds me of the kind of striker like Aaron Shearer was, like Ruud van Nistelrooy. Ruud van Nistelrooy was a guy. Harry Kane sometimes actually. Sometimes he can give up. But Ruud van Nistelrooy, a lot of Man United fans love Ruud van Nistelrooy. I loved him in the sense that, but Ruud van Nistelrooy needed to be in a place where the whole team worked for him. Hence, the biggest kick-off why he left Man United. Those of you who don't know, Ronaldo was doing a couple of step-overs, right, left and centre. Beckham got sold to Real Madrid. Ronaldo was doing a couple of step-overs. And apparently, Van Nistelrooy went up to Ronaldo and said, listen, you're costing me my living, mate. What's wrong with you? Get that ball in. Hence, this is the type of striker what this is. Now, this kid can improve. His hold up play can get better.
Yeah.
His linking the play can get better. He's going on the shoulder. He's got amount of time to improve as a striker. From what we see now, if Salzburg, the whole team works to set him up, and Man United, as a team now, cannot work chances for Martial, what are we going to do with this kid? This kid might as well just be in the corner. We might as well go out and play with 10.
Seriously, man.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
We can't find Martial, right? We can't tee him up. What is this kid going to do? The only thing we're going to do is Wan-Bissaka's crossing is not that amazing, knocking the ball in the air.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw's crossing ain't that great. So who's going to cross balls into him in the back post? We've got a guy called Slabhead, right, who's well known for England and Leicester banging in goals, for flipping whole banging in goals.
Can't even get a goal.
He can't get one goal from any of our free kicks or corners.
Yeah.
So what's this kid going to do?
How much is it costing, by the way, Aaron?
He's got a release clause
19 million.
19 million, but I've seen numbers floating around. I don't know if it's true, but I've seen numbers like 76 million, and I'm like,
no. I think that's the whole overall package and how many trophies. There are a lot more.
Still part of the deal,
No, I know that, but that's attachment to another 30 million. So 70 and all that is crazy. But it's 20 million, and then there's add-ons.
Okay, but them add-ons still, you know what the media like? They'll add on add-ons and it'll become like 50, 60 million.
And because it's us, they will just
United
add money on
tax,
top. Yeah.
But when you look at it though, and you think Erling Haaland, a 19-year-old, Aaron, we don't need that right now.
No, we don't.
We don't.
No, we need a striker. Like I said, we need a striker. We need a striker because, promise you guys, if Martial gets injured, not having anybody there who can, because Rashford will be forced to go out there, and you know what he's like when he goes up front. He's horrendous, right?
But you got Mason Greenwood there.
Well, he's not playing him.
But I just don't get why the fact that we're spending all this money.
And the crazy thing about it, I look at Mason. Even though Ireland has scored a lot more goals, I was thinking in my head, put Greenwood in Salzburg team.
Exactly. Different level.
Let's not talk about it.
So, but the better question:
if it's just him,
is Oli really going to get him though?
No.
Do you reckon?
It's happening. It's happening.
I think it's happening as well.
It's happening. To me, today for me was a crucial day for me in terms of. Because what's coming up, the fixtures that we have, everything that's coming up in the game, we're going to be playing till February. I think every 3 days or 4 days we've got a game. And then the Europa League starts in February, right? But before that, I was looking at this more than anything. This is one of the most critical press conferences today.
Well,
and when he got asked,
what was his
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had the smile. Smile of a pedo, mate. You know that smile of going like that, going like that. Yeah.
We'll put his quote now, Nuruddin.
So he was talking about the fixture list, yeah. So 1st of January we're playing Arsenal away. 4th of January we're playing Wolves away, FA Cup. 7th of January City, Carabao. Wow. 11th of January Norwich at home. 19th of January Liverpool away. 22nd of January Burnley at home. And 29th of January, Carabao Cup away fixture, City.
Ridiculous.
And then 2 days later, 1st of February, but that game will probably be rescheduled. 3 days later then, Wolves at home. So
and then you got the Europa League coming in.
Bruges. We've got Chelsea, Bruges, Watford, Bruges, Everton, City. Oh my God.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, but I know we've got a lot of fixtures, but these quotes are just ridiculous, man. Yeah. And I know you want to say something about this, but this is what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said in his press conference. Midfield signings in January. That's what someone questioned him. Well, the man is back, and Paul's coming back, of course. So we're not as light as a month ago. so I can say yes or no, but we're looking stronger. When we started the season, I was happy with the midfield I had. That for me is the most alarming. I was happy with the midfield I had at the start of the season. Are you kidding me? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Are you happy with that midfield, seriously? You've got Stiff Matic, who's absolutely finished. Pereira, not good enough. Mata, I think, gone. Legs are gone. You know what I mean? Pogba, is he want to be here? You know what I mean? Yeah. Are you telling me he's good enough? Oh, man, I don't know, man, Nuruddin. I'm just lost for words, man.
And on Twitter, when you and I said that, a lot of people, I
love Sander, man. How do you back the guy, Sander, man?
No, obviously, shout out Sander, man.
Yeah, man, shout out to him, man.
We disagree on a lot of things, but, obviously.
Yeah, it's all about opinion.
But I just, if you're not happy with the midfield, I'm not saying you have to come out and slug off your employees and say, the Glazers are... No. But what you can do as a manager is listen, in the summer we didn't get the players that we wanted. But I believe that with the quality that we already have in the team, and you might not necessarily like every player, but you can say, since you want to, make everything look nice and do you know what I mean? You can say, look, with the quality that we already have in the team, we're looking to add more quality. You can say that, because with that message, you're letting people know that you're happy with what you got, but you still want to improve players, and you're looking to add players to the squad.
Yeah, which is natural. You always want to be better.
Exactly, you always want to improve your team. But coming out and saying that you're happy with that...
I'm sorry, man. He's a Glazer puppet. He is a Glazer puppet, London. He is happy that he's here. I said it before. He's got a set of cards, yeah, and he's got the best cards. And it's like, you know what? I've got French international here. I've got Rashford, England international, Serbian international. I'm happy, mate. You know what I mean? I was playing with no disrespect to kind of players, Williamson and all them kind of players. You know what I mean? Like, no disrespect, yeah.
Yeah, go on.
And now, Nuruddin, he's saying, I'm happy with what I've got. Nuruddin, explain this. It's baffling. It's absolutely baffling. And you cannot defend him now, surely.
Before you go in, yeah. I retweeted something coming from a Cardiff fan, yeah, and he says, "Don't kid yourself, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You were an awful manager with us, Cardiff FC. Appalling managerial decisions, baffling tactics, a bloated, lopsided squad with wasteful with the generous budget that you were given. Nice fella, but a goddamn awful manager."
Ooh,
and that's coming from a Cardiff fan.
Cardiff fan, which they have really no expectations of where they are in the Premier League. You know what I mean?
I don't know where.
No, surely you're now becoming.
I don't know where to start.
Losing faith with Ole now.
I put the tweet out, and like I said, it's not just Ole. But in terms of Ole himself, Ole's becoming Ole out.
I like that.
This is the downfall. This is the beginning of the downfall.
You really think?
I've looked at the fixtures the past 3-4 days. I was looking at the fixtures.
Yeah.
I was looking at the fixtures, the double header against City in the Carabao Cup. I'm looking at the FA Cup games against Wolves. I'm looking at all of the league games we have. This, to me, this press conference was crucial. Was crucial because in the summer we were told all the players that weren't available. So you've had since the summer now to go out, speak to agents, speak to players, make your plans clear and direct to them, to the plans that you have, where you want to play them in what systems that you want to play them in, the reassuring plan. The biggest thing, what people are coming at me on Twitter,
it's not him.
You know what? No. I know it's not just him. I know that, like I said, as I said, pathetic club. I started with him, pathetic club, pathetic CEO. Pathetic, right? It's all pathetic, the culture of our club. It is, when people talk about the United fans being toxic, the reason why the United fan base is toxic is because our club from top to bottom is toxic. It is ludicrous. The idea that for Ole with a straight face to come out today and say, I was happy with that midfield. Me and my friend used to always do this kind of like, since especially the Fergie's left, even before Fergie, there is somebody inside Man United who's got certain power, who's the biggest Liverpool and City fan, who is totally sabotaging the midfield recruitment.
Maybe Woodward is a Liverpool fan.
No, at the end of the day, Woodward is the devil, mate. That's what he is, mate.
He is the real toxic of the United.
He is the top. He's Mr. Toxic, and I sit there and I see it's like you just maybe just walked out a meeting. That press conference today was like, I think they knew it was a crucial. So the word what they put out there was crucial. So I'm guessing that Ole just had a meeting with Woodward and he's come straight from that meeting into that press conference and he's literally channeling. If Ole would have took the mask off, Woodward would have been behind him. For me, I've sat here and most of you guys know from the summer before even Ole's at the wheel, I was saying I am flip-flop watch. I've coined the phrases on this channel.
Does that come to you
now? The straight jacket. But for me, it's not even a straight.
You'd give him 18 months. I remember.
Yeah, I said 18 months, and I genuinely think this is the beginning. This is
the beginning of the end.
It's the beginning of the end, bro.
Do you think with that?
Let me finish on this. The whole world, people are not into football. If you got them watching, if you show them a game of Man United from the 90s. From the 2000s, since Fergie left, if you show them a game and to a game we play now, if they're not even into sport, they'll say to you, well,
what happened?
In that middle there's something going on. There's something wrong down there.
You look at it though, Herrera gone, Fellaini gone. Who else is gone?
Whether we like Fellaini or not, he was effective.
No. And it's not even the fact that they left. We didn't replace any of them. Look at all the players that left. Did we replace Herrera? No. Did we replace Fellaini? No. Did we replace Lukaku?
No.
Did we replace Sanchez?
No.
That's 4 players already.
Valencia,
if you look at it, really.
No.
So that's the first part. Let me get into the second part. We already have sat here. How many times have I sat here and said to you, my biggest defense, the single biggest defense of Ole for me is that if Ole had the players and was doing this shoddiness with his tactics and everything else, right, I would be on the same boat as you guys.
But he doesn't want players like that.
But listen to me. From what I got from that, somebody like me who uses that defense was a kick in the teeth, mate. We now sweating on Pogba to come back and to get injured, Fred to get injured, McTominay to get injured. In all those games, the levels of fatigue. Yeah. And what do we know already? We know that our backroom staff, our medical department and rehab department are horrendous. Shocking. Then Ole then to speak of the word to equal players who are coming back from injury equals new signings. I'm honest. You don't understand. I have my phone. I'm still carrying boxes. I nearly dropped the box.
Oh my God, man, Aaron, man, what is going on here, man? Look, I said he's a Glazer puppet, and he just almost confirmed it today. People are saying, "Oh, blame the board and blame thingy," but if as a manager, you got to have a standard in football. You got to say to yourself, "Listen, I want this, this, and this here, and we need it because we need to get top 4." What is Ole's aim? Are we just? Is he accepting that we're a top 6 club now?
I think it's not that he's accepting it, but to him, he's still in the hype of a Manchester United manager. Like he is over the moon. When really and truly, that little period where he was hyped and happy should have been gone a long time ago. Yeah. He should have focused on the job. And I don't know if Nuden is here, but you've probably seen it on Twitter. An interview with Raiola came out. Mino Raiola.
Yeah, Raiola. He said some strong words, man.
Came out and said
I think the biggest one, he said was.
He said some strong things, and I tagged you in one of them.
Yeah, that one was on. He said, a big club chooses the system and chooses the players. They don't say we choose a system because of the players. And then you can say we create the players. He also goes on to say, so I say, make your identity of what you want of the club. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, find the Lego parts to it. Mm-hmm. He goes on to say something about there's no person to team, there's no person in there to guide the manager. You know what I mean? There's no person in the link between. Yeah, and what does that mean?
DOF.
He said
there's no
and Raiola can see that, Aaron. Raiola, of all people, this greedy.
But do you know what? People won't buy into it because it's Raiola and they hate him, they don't like him.
No,
really and truly, he's the leech. The truth.
I'll put it out there.
I'm not the biggest fan.
Listen, yeah, he's a leech. Yeah. But when the leech speaks facts, you have to give it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you think that he's genuine about what he said about Pogba? Because I feel like it's still a bit fishy.
Nah, Pogba wants to stay. He wants to stay.
Listen, the thing is, a lot of people just don't like the person he is and what he does, but he really, trust me, obviously I don't know him personally, but he wants to stay. Because if he really wanted to leave, he would have done the whole strike.
Stay for January, or do you think summer? I think he's gone in summer.
Yeah, in the summer he's going to go. And I have no problem with that. But people coming out and saying, "Oh, Aaron, you have to stop thinking that he's going to come back, he'll never play for us again." Like, what makes you think that? He's never going to leave in January. Us letting him go in January would be the most stupid decision ever.
I'm gonna just cut you out 1 second. Yeah. We're gonna talk about him dancing at his wedding and all those gammons, all those wine-faced muppets on Twitter having an absolute go. But go on, carry on with that.
So I don't think he's gonna leave in January. He's taking his time because I think now he's realised that obviously he played injured against Rochdale. Played injured against Arsenal, and he wants to fully recover so that he can, 1, play for us, and 2, also get ready for the Euros, because the last thing he wants to do is get injured and miss the Euros. I believe that he wants to play for us and the Euros as well. And this whole agenda of, he wants to leave and he's not focused on the club and he's toxic.
Now, does all you look at is if he's got the quantity rather than the quality. United fans are crying out for quality, not quantity. I don't care if you've got Pereira, Mato, you know what I mean, Jesse Lingard. You go get Eriksen, and I say Eriksen because I feel like he's affordable in January. I don't say we should get him, and he's going to be the next big thing. Sorry, and you think it's going to be Sanchez? I know, but I'd rather have them, one person, than 3 of them.
I'm still traumatized by Sanchez. The idea of some kid coming from North London to do, you know what I mean?
No, but Eriksen's on a different level.
It would just be Man United.
He's younger as well.
Listen, it would be Man United though. Him to come here.
But 30 million though, is that not a fair thing to do?
Honestly, I don't know, man. You know what? There's aspect of me thinks yes, because there's two things in my head. There's Eriksen playing the balls outside of the boot, whipping balls in right, left, and centre, sliding balls through, bending in free kicks, smashing goals in, setting off counter attacks, and then the Eriksen that's just walking around. In the last
but do you not think he's been played out of position, Aaron? He's been in a toxic environment. He's not been very well. Yeah. Apparently, there's been
coming to a toxic. You can't get more toxic than that.
Oh man, double tango there, man. You know
no, but to be fair, at the moment, I don't think his head's in the game. Like he's got his mental, his thoughts.
But do you not think a fresh start would maybe help?
Yeah, man.
But his heart was at Real Madrid, bro. His heart was at Real Madrid.
I don't think he's gonna go to Real Madrid.
No, I don't think so.
No, because Real Madrid don't want him. That's the madness thing.
It's off the table. So.
Because apparently United were trying to talk to him.
Yeah,
and he was like, no, I'm going Real Madrid. And he even was putting out there, I want to go abroad. You know what I mean? Giving into Danish TV saying, I want to go abroad, I want to find a new challenge. But let me get back to this point, right? So we talked about Raiola. So Raiola is a toxic, finish the sentence, rest of you, right? But when the truth gets spoken, certain Man United fan base, like me, I despise, right? I mean, I've called him a leech. I call it, but a leech can sometimes tell the truth because what hurts me is that he's telling us what we know already. What we know already. That's where the pain comes in for me, right? Yeah. Where it comes in. The idea that I think if the right quality was put around Pogba, I think I could see Pogba finishing his current contract at Man United and then going in a 2 years time. So? Yeah, he basically said that if you listen to that interview, he said play quality around him, and then you will see Pogba function, right? So we all know that. We've all been saying that for a long, long time. But to me, I'm absolutely gutted and wounded. All of the time, I'm coming on here try to defend Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, try to make excuses for him. What some would argue and say, you're making excuses for him. All of this, I'm just dumbfounded because what you began with when we talked about Ole, all he had to say was, we need quality. This club is always looking for quality. We need quality. We need competition for places. He doesn't need to equate injured players that can get injured again just like that. Yeah.
It's a thin squad, you know. It's not a big squad, Aaron.
I've said to you this. Yeah. If Fred and Scott get injured,
I think one of them.
Good night, Vienna. Good night, Vienna. That's
good night, Vienna.
Good night, Vienna.
Is that you reckon as well? That if
man. 200, we've got January is going to be so busy, and with February coming as well, the Europa League's going to be back. If a player's not going to get injured, or if players are not going to get injured, it's going to be fatigue, it's going to be suspension. Yeah. You know, someone can pick up a yellow card, we don't know, and red card, be suspended, and then that fella's out for the game. So we really need midfielders. We need midfielders in that team, man.
You know what people are coming at me today? Oh, maybe Ghana's... Listen.
Ghana.
All due respect, people, right? Please,
I don't think he's ready.
Ghana.
I don't think he's ready.
It looks like a toddler, right, playing with big men. He looks like a toddler. You can see the shape of him. He needs to be loaned out to a League 2 team, right? And then for a season, then the next season to the Championship to get stronger. That's what he needs to go out there and learn how to play where he's not too much pressure on him. Yeah. So stop all of this nonsense. The other thing I'm coming to. So the press conference wasn't just about that, Saeed or Aaron. It wasn't just about that. The question about Tahith Young and Gomez. Yeah. Let me state this, guys. We sat here on one of the podcasts. What did we all say? If you ain't gonna play him, Ollie, I'm like, it's almost. I have been absolutely right. It's like Ollie is doing mental gymnastics with us, right?
He's doing it.
Before he used to say, but no, then he's saying one thing and then another. This press conference today showed me all. This was the clearest you could get.
Are you officially Ollie out now?
No, I'm not. Listen, to me, it's not simple as that for me, and you know that. It's not. Yeah. Because there is no magic wand for any manager out there, hand on my heart, that I think that can come to Man United and fix things.
Well, you don't think a coach can fix it?
No, no coach can fix it. Because these players have been inconsistent for that many times and have been that bottle jobs many times. We need characters and leaders and quality for us to change anything. So my whole point of defending Ollie and not saying Ollie out is the fact that he's not had that. So I can't fully say if he can do it or he can't do it. But what is the propaganda that is coming out with? Like I said to you, He today was channeling. It might as well be Ed Woodward and fucking Abraham fucking Grant sitting there today. It might as well be those fucking two. All he could have just fucking gone on and go out fucking did a run around in the fucking training pitch, right? It's just those two dickheads should have faced the fucking press today, because that's all of their talking points is them. Gomez is gonna go to Barcelona and Chong's gonna go to Juventus. These kids, yeah, he is one of the most gifted young players. I said, loan him out to Europe, not even to the fucking Championship or League Europe. Loan him out to Europe, see what he can do in the game where he's got a bit more space, bit more protection, right? And then you bring him back. Why other clubs do that? Why Arsenal do that?
Yeah.
Why do Chelsea do that?
That's true.
Why do Tottenham do that? Why can't we do that?
Yeah.
Well, then that begs the question.
And now the kid is cleared everything out from Instagram, all the United mentions.
That's really sad.
He's leaving, right? And all he said when he came in, you
said he's got an injury apparently.
You keep telling, I'm fucking confused, Solly. You will tell me 1 minute it's all about the youth this, youth that, and you're letting him go.
And because both of their contracts are running out, as soon as we hit the 1st of January, they'll be allowed to speak to any club in Europe. And United's not going to be.
I think Dortmund will come in there. I think, you know,
Barcelona
will jump on
This kid has
Gomez.
been here since he was 7 years old.
Yeah.
6-7 years old.
Barcelona's going to jump on him because they'll probably see him as the potential next. I'm not going to say the name, but you know I'm trying to. You know where I'm trying to go. Barcelona will jump on him.
And you know, in about 7 or 6 years, 5 years, he's gonna come back to OT and ruin us.
That makes a question.
He's got that potential. He has that potential to come back and
then
ruin
Ole did say today he's got an ankle injury. He's been out with.
Now, listen, you know what, Ole? Ole, trust me. I know people who know people. I'm from Manchester.
Exactly,
trust me. Trust me.
He's not.
All of that. All of that. That sauce. That Boris Johnson fucking kind of talk. Don't miss me out with that bullshit. Miss me out with that shit.
I'm gonna give you straight first-hand insight right now. Yeah. One of my cousins just recently, she went into real estate business. She's interested in real estate. So through the real estate agents that she's met, blah blah blah, she's met Angel Gomez's sister. So now she's partnered up with her, and they're working together. They're going to different events and whatnot. And I know from her that Gomez trains every day. So there's no way he's got an ankle injury. He's
so
there.
why is he coming out with the bullshit then?
He's there because the thing is, they made him do an interview before the Colchester game. To make it seem like, and the title was Gomez excited for clash against, I don't know, it was something along those lines.
Yeah, I heard
so
that.
Clearly he was fit, he was ready to play. Why did he not play?
What do we know about, one thing I've noticed that's consistent. Ollie's messaging, when it comes to players that they're going to go and get rid of, he did it with Herrera. Herrera's injured.
Yes.
Herrera's this, Herrera's that. Herrera gets, see you later.
Yeah.
Lukaku, he's not fit. He's had a little knock.
He's injured.
He took a bit. He's gone. He's a bit sore today. He was training. It's individual. Gomez. What does that tell you? I've started to unpack now. I've started to read the codes, the language, right? I've started to unpack now because it's been a year, right? And I've come out supporting this guy, backed him to the hill, right? And when he says player earning, that means good night, Vienna.
Well, it's been a year since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer took over. That's the next topic.
Yeah.
I put a poll out and I said I should have put maybe a third column in there. Have United gone backwards or improved? I should have put another one. I said stagnated.
Okay.
The poll. Well, there's about an hour left, but the poll, about 91 people have voted.
Wow.
And they have said United have improved 52% to 48%. Aaron, I'll start with you, Aaron. What would you say? Improved after 1 year? They regressed? Or we stagnated?
We've stagnated because we're at the same level as when Jose left. I think we've got less points.
Less, but then people are saying that he's got more points over the year, which I think stats don't, sometimes add up.
I'm gonna say this: we stagnated.
No, I'm not talking about over the year. I'm talking about this season.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
This season.
That's what I said.
This season, right? Since Ole came, obviously he had that fantastic run in the beginning. Everyone was happy. Ole's at the wheel,
I don't know about that anymore. But yeah,
those wheels. Today. He buried those wheels. He buried them.
He
buried those wheels, mate. Those wheels.
MOT test failed.
No, listen. That car's not being crushed. It's been buried. Landfill, mate. Landfill for those wheels.
He was at the wheel, and obviously before when the season ended, we were all disappointed that we didn't make the Champions League. Yeah. But in my mind, I was like, you know what? I'm pissed off that we didn't make the Champions League, but I'm still confident because the way we played for 3 months was outstanding to me. Everything it was perfect. Do you see what I mean? So I was like,
with Herrera though.
Yeah, with Herrera, but with him leaving, in my mind I was sure like, okay, we're gonna get someone that's gonna be either as good as Herrera.
Want to get the ball.
People kept telling me, Aaron. They kept telling me, Herrera, he wasn't all that anyway. That's me feel as that. Coming from I kept saying, listen.
I thought we should have got better, but that was me that was me thinking we would get someone to replace him.
Yeah, but
like a Verratti or something like that.
I thought we were gonna get someone.
A guy again. You know what I mean?
Long stuff, mate.
Oh my god. I was thinking maybe we'll get someone in.
United football club has killed me, man. Long stuff.
I was thinking we'll get someone in that's at least as good as Herrera or even better than Herrera. So in my mind, I was like, we're going to play the same free-flowing attacking football, 4-3-3 system, flow in, everything's going, it's going to be perfect. June goes by. July goes by, still no midfielders.
Wan-Bissaka takes a month.
Wan-Bissaka takes a month. Daniel James took a month.
And Maguire makes a month and a half.
He plays for Leicester.
So when Harry Maguire signed, I was like, okay, James took a month.
We had 2 weeks left, I think, you know.
And then we had 2 weeks left. I'm like, come on, man. We
sometimes we did a video, remember?
Sometimes we make deals on like deadline days. So I'm like, come on, man, United. You know, we can make it happen. Nothing. So I'm like, oh shit.
Let's see what we got with.
And at that moment, I knew we were going to struggle, especially in the midfield. I just knew it. Yeah. I just knew it. And people say, no, it's good enough. We've got Pogba. And I'm like, yeah, but... And all 3 of us said it at the start of the season. We're 1 injury away from our midfield crumbling. And guess what happens? Pogba gets injured. What have we done since?
Has the football changed already? Let's be honest with you. Mourinho's playing a low block football. And it was, hard to break down. But he got the points.
He got the points.
We
conceded 53 goals.
Yeah, we conceded 53 goals. But Nuruddin, has the football changed really? Has the style of play changed? Has the the willingness to ambition from the manager, has that changed? Has the does the trophy look inside? Do we look like we're gonna challenge again soon? Nuruddin, has it changed really?
Before this press conference today, I could have come up here and give I'm out of defence and say, Saeed, come on now.
Yeah.
You've got to give the guy. You've got to. I would have sat here and said, him. I would have said, say he hasn't got the quality. The club are not backing him. After that,
do you see the frailties?
I can't defend it indefensible, man. This today, maybe I'm just in it because the amount of quotes. For the first time ever, the Muppets in the press corps asked the questions today.
Yeah.
They asked. You guys. You might have got your Christmas bonus. Right? You don't deserve it, right? But you might have got your Christmas bonus because you asked the relevant questions. Especially about the midfield.
Yeah.
I'm looking around and the level of, I keep, because it is delusion. Because if I was that deluded, I would want some United fans to grab me and shake me and go, snap out of it.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, we need a striker more than we need midfield. And some kids are getting to me on Twitter saying, but Liverpool don't have creativity for the midfield. Listen, they've got 2 fullbacks.
Yeah.
That might as well be wingers.
Yeah, exactly.
They might as well be wingers. That Arnold guy is like a De Bruyne on the ball, mate. He's like a De Bruyne on the ball. Left and right.
Salah and Thingy, they narrow it.
Listen, that team has been worked on properly.
And who did they buy this week?
And that's where we come to it. The only guy when I watched that, I was sick, so yeah. It was the game that because I'm usually working Tuesday, Wednesday night, but I was sick and I get to watch Liverpool's that because I was like, let me look at this kid. That's the only game I've watched of Haaland's. That kid they bought is part of the twin in it. It's got twin brother in it.
Yeah. Can we buy the next one?
Listen, no, let me tell you something. That's how a proper club moves. That is how a proper club moves. Now they're going for the club championship, going for the league, going for the Champions League. Liverpool. How many points are we behind them, Aaron? How many points are we behind them?
I think 20 something
right now.
How many points? To me, the level of, you know what people can say, your catchphrase is, we're Man United.
We are though.
Saeed, we're Man United. Saeed, we're Man United, but you know the Man United we used to be?
24 points behind.
Listen to me, the Man United we used to be, we would always make sure we put a spanner in the work or whatever's going on there. Our benchmark are the biggest rivals are making moves at the height of their strength, at the height of their powers. And OLE comes out today, he start talking to me like he's Boris fucking Johnson, mate. coming out with fucking telling me Jackie Nori after Jackie Nori fucking quotes. Coming out with Jackie Nori. Most of you don't know about Jackie Nori stories. CBBC, man. CBBC, mate. Imaginative. Start talking some of the... He might as well be talking fucking Norwegian today, I'm telling you now. Right? No misunderstanding him coming out with those quotes. This is, to me, my realization today was that
we are fallen.
Fallen, it's not the word. We're not just fallen, man. We're buried, mate. We're 24 points clear. And the most talented kid in that team, Liverpool, to snap him up like that.
Yeah.
7.2 million.
Listen,
oh my God.
snap him up like that. Got bags of potential. Bags of potential. Was making man, that centre half they've got at Liverpool, making him eat grass, mate. Twisting and turning him, making him eat grass, mate. He wasn't even selling to those shops. He was making him eat grass.
You know what, Nuruddin? I see the
Man United have not just that. I'll say this again and I'll say it again. Some of you that want Ollie so badly out, you know what? I'm telling you now, I want you to get your wish. I promise you now. If Ollie's going on this trade, this
so you're Ollie out then?
No, I'm not. I'm not Ollie out.
So why do you want to
because I want you. Listen,
I get his point.
Majority of you are going to get your wish. Trust me, sooner than you thought. Because the biggest thing about Ollie's head is that Ollie's there sticking his neck out, channeling this dickhead Woodward and Avram Grant and those dickheads, right? Yeah. What he doesn't know that soon as he loses in any of those games, we get injuries, and he loses 2 or 3 in a row, they're calling for his head because they will react on the amount of social media space. We are at a club where our chairman, CEO, has come out and said, we love the fact that during the transfer period, we get linked to so many players. It brings so much attention to us. That is what we know. All of these links to this player, to that kid in Germany, the midfielder in Germany. All these things, listen, all of these, all adds to the hype. So when the Twitter, when people like me, right, who try to think with a calm head, look at the structure of the club. No manager come and fix this. We need the whole structure changing. Woodward cannot, for me, there's no way in the hell. If it wasn't Ollie, if it was Eddie Howe, I don't care whatever manager it was after Mourinho, right? I will never be that manager out because Woodward cannot be allowed to. You have to understand that.
Let me hear my point.
As a organisation, you cannot be. Most professional jobs, some of you work we've got professions. If you've got a department, certain department in your workplace, and 4 people, that manager of that department foresees 4 people gone, right? Due to negligence and this, not good enough. The person who's in charge managing that department gets questioned. Why cannot this apply to Man United?
So that's my point here, Aaron. I get where Nuruddin's coming from. He sees Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it's not the problem for United's cause. But when you look at it and you say to the fans out there, the Ole in fans, yeah, they don't have no agenda. They see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer not the problem, and they're like, you know what? There's no energy for the Glazers. There's no energy for Woodward.
No, not a lot of them.
You know what I mean?
Not everyone.
You know what, mate? It's all of them, mate. I'm sick of this, yeah. No. Because they're saying, yeah, Ole is not the problem. But where's your energy for the Glazers? Where's your energy? This is a time to protest. This is a time to say, you know what? Let's get the Glazers out now. Let's get the Woodward out, and let's protest and let's start something now. True. Revolution. True. What is this problem? That's why I keep saying it. The Glazers are clever what they've done. They got a legend in the football club and they said, you know what? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you are here and you're going to appease the fans. Keep them rolling for a bit.
101.
Exactly. And that's what he's done now. We are in a predicament right now. We need to sack Ole, yeah? And I mean sack him. By the end of the season, we need to get rid of him and say bye-bye now. You've done your job, bye-bye. And get Pochettino in the summer and let's start a proper coach. A coach that will understand and get a philosophy in the club and then work with the players and manage the players. Right now, Ole's not doing that. But the fans, for me, are not seeing the problem. They're just seeing it. Ole, ole, ole. And you know what, mate? The results, the draw. Even after the draw, this one is absolutely sickening for me. When the draw happens here, why are you singing Ole? Would you sing ole, ole, ole when we draw to Everton? Would you sing that against Aston Villa? So why are we singing that about a draw? That's what I'm saying. The almost expectation of this football club have disappeared.
They've been lowered.
We're finished,
you know
man.
Now, He's making
because they manipulate. Come on,
so we've been manipulated, man. I'm not buying into that though.
The fans are being manipulated by the fact that the Glazers appointed Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but at the same time,
and Arsenal is doing it
with him coming, with him being our manager now, he has lowered our expectations in terms of. Now we're happy with draws. We're chanting with draws. I remember there was times where we used to draw against, I don't know, I'm talking about the early 2000s. We would draw against, I don't know.
I know.
We draw against Old Trafford against the dead team, and everyone would be fuming. Everyone will be fuming right now. We draw against Aston Villa and we're happy. We draw against Everton and we're happy.
Heartbreaking.
This is not. That's why I say it's not acceptable for me, because I grew up watching my team win everything. So I can't accept.
We are an elite club.
We're not anymore.
No, we are an elite club. Don't give me that, man. We are an elite club.
Nobody's ownership.
No, but we are as a brand. We are an elite club.
Yeah. We are one of the biggest clubs.
Biggest club in the world.
Yeah, but we're not. We've not been behaving like it since Fergie left. Yeah. We've been ricocheting from bad decisions, for bad recruitment, for bad.
Have you heard of AC Milan?
I've heard of AC Milan, but they're
going to talk about this.
AC Milan now are the same thing. The fans' expectations are falling.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Berlusconi left. Everyone left. Because you know why? The fans said, you know what? We're not that club anymore. We're not going to win titles anymore. All our players.
We are the new AC Milan. I said it.
That's what we are now. We are the new AC Milan. And for me, Aaron, man, it is absolutely shocking.
The ownership and the CEO cannot be a Man United. They cannot. To me, the CEO has to change, because they don't give a damn about football. They don't give a damn. The only guy that comes to some certain games and gets seen about the place is Avram. The Avram Brown guy.
GLAZER,
That's the rest of them. The rest of them.
So Terry, Terry Flew. Shout out to Terry Flew. He said, United fans are the real problem, because you know why? We're coming to the games every time. We're filling out season ticket. But Terry, you don't understand that. My season ticket will be going. Say you, Aaron. Right, you'll take it. And I'm not disrespecting Chinese fans or foreign fans here. No. I'm not disrespecting them. But they'll take your season ticket. They'll take your ticket. They'll say, you know what, I'll take that.
It's a status for them.
That's what I'm saying. But if we actually protest and we kind of voice our opinion and we create a platform where we say to the Glazers and these Muppets, listen, we want you out of this football club. Yeah. We get golden scars like you've got over there. Yeah. We bring it to the stadium. We do, you know what I mean? We bring the banners out. If you're bringing out all these flares and all that, why can't you bring banners out?
You know, all you have to do is the cameras will pick it up. It's all just literally
yellow.
Just sellotape. Not even that. Just sellotape. Spelling out Woodward out, right? All it will take is a one row, one row of all four different
back and everywhere the media.
You know what? 4 corners, just to sellotape a letter, one letter, and all you have to do is take the top off, and you can read Woodward out, Glazers out. That's all you have to. You won't even have to shout or scream, and the pressure will be coming on them, because then they'll have to start releasing statements. Right. They would have to, but nobody wants to do that, because the fans where I get frustrated, and I feel your frustration, it's these fans back the club, back the manager.
But they're all
the backing club, mate. The club don't back me, mate. The club fucking ruins my weekends, mate, on a consistent fucking basis, mate, since Fergie left. That's what the fucking club does. The club does that. The club ruins my weekends, mate. It ruins me, right? And I keep coming back for more, mate. I keep coming back for more. If this was a domestic abuse case, Man United Football Club would have been sent down 40 years, mate. That's what he would have done, mate. They would have got sent down. That's what they would never. They would have to do appeals after 40 years to come out and show their face, mate. So don't tell me. So that's the fans I get totally frustrated with. Yeah. It's those Muppets who come up to us when we're doing the fan cams who go, back the club, back in the club. Listen. I understand the predicament the manager.
Anyway, this weekend, after all that podcast, we've got Watford on the weekend. You know what I mean? People saying, we should beat them easily. You know what, man? You know what, man? We can't break down teams, yeah? And if you've got Decore, and if they was to sit, and Delafeu was on the top, and what's it called? What's that striker called? Troy Dealey.
Yeah.
He's stuck on Lindelof. Listen, mate. It's not a foregone conclusion, Aaron, man. This is not a 3 points easy as you think, man.
Are you kidding me?
They're battling for their lives.
They're battling for their lives.
And they should have won last weekend, you know.
In the relegation battle, they've got just got a new manager.
The guy who started the Leicester Revolution before.
What was it Neil Pearson?
Nigel Pearson. And you know what, mate? They should have got a few chances against Liverpool.
Yeah,
if Sarr got his foot right, and you know that's another player, Sarr, Very decent.
Play came from Rennes.
You know what? It's not a foregone conclusion. Like, you know,
I'm telling you now, what they're going to do is exactly what we do to the teams. They're going to sit behind that ball. I'm going to tell you how the game's going to work. They're going to soak up pressure all day and long and hit us with Sarr and Deulofeu on the break, on the counter, and the way they will come out, bully us in the air. They've got decent guys at the back.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll say this now: if Manchester United don't finish the early chances they get, good night Vienna, mate. We might scrape a draw, but we are getting beat. No, it's not about what Rashford does. It's about whoever gets the chances. Whoever gets the chances in that first 20 minutes in the game, if we don't finish them, we are gone, mate. That's the game. Whatever the Everton game showed us. Everton game showed us. I bought out bunch of absolute bottle
jobs. I said it.
Bottle jobs. Biggest bottle jobs. This game is going to be about the first goal. The longer it stays 0-0, the more confident they get. The more their fans are still in the game. If we go there and get 1-2 in the first half an hour, we can silence all that.
Yeah.
We can just sit back and hit them on the counter all day.
Yeah.
But we're not going to do that. If they get the first goal, Deulofeu, good night. Deulofeu, you know what he's going to do? He's going to stay away from Wan-Bissaka. He's going to go on the other side. Yeah. And he's got Shaw and Toast.
Shaw and Toast. No, I mean, Aaron, how do you see the game going?
Exactly the same, man. It's not going to be easy. They've got nothing to lose. They're fighting for their lives. And
what result if they were to beat us?
The result.
What a result would be for them?
Definitely. It will be massive for them. And I personally think we'll go there and it's going to be either a draw and in the worst case a loss. I don't think we'll win there.
What? Bottom of the league? Look, surely? Bottom of the league?
We don't know how to break teams down. And these guys, unless they go on a counter-attack, they get a shot on target, we save it, then we go on a counter-attack, then we'll score or we'll create a chance. Similar to Colchester. Because, come on man, Colchester, no disrespect to them.
League 2,
man.
And it took us about 55 minutes.
Under 23 should give them a game.
It took us 55 minutes to score against Colchester in a counter-attack. Come on, man, that tells you everything.
I think,
to be fair, Rashford should have grabbed the 2.
Yeah.
And this is where you need to be clinical.
This is
where you need to be clinical.
Lauren, I say that Watford are bottom of the league. They're down and out. The confidence is not up.
Don't matter, bro.
No, but just look at if you look at it, Devil's advocate.
Man United come to town, mate. It's a cup final.
Yeah.
Man United come to town because some of these teams still think they still get gassed having us beating us. They get gassed. We beat Man United. We can do the miracle.
Yeah.
We can survive. And you know the crazy thing in that crazy runs fixtures. If they were to put a couple of fixtures together, a couple of wins together,
I think they could be up.
They can come out of there, mate. They can come out of there. The great escape is possible, mate. I already know the team talk that Nigel Pearson is giving me. He's screwing them. He's saying, lads, it all starts with this one. If we're to get this one, the momentum, even the pressure that's on everybody around us, immense. I've seen it already. If Calvin Lewis comes to OT and him and Richarlison bully York, whatever, fucking whatever the fuck he is, donkey mate.
Why is he complaining all the time as well?
Right, and him and Lindelof get bullied like that, right? If Troy Deeney's playing, mate, he's gonna slap them both, mate. Slap them both.
Andre Gray as well.
Forget them. Troy Deeney is the original bully.
Troy Deeney, man. Please God, Maguire's side.
Troy Deeney's the original bully boy. That's the thing I'm gutted about because the only centre I've seen give it to Troy Deeney is Chris Smalling. Yeah. The level of physicality. The only guy I
respect the guy.
You know what? I'll put respect on that. And that's why...
You know the ones that he says him, sell him.
You know what? No, because in terms of him being on the ball, I'm sorry. He's a bit of ball now. He's next. Listen,
he's smart.
He tried to put a pass, he dislocated his
hip. Brighton. Oh my God.
He dislocated his hip, man. He's trying rubbing his hip. He's trying to play a ball out to the fullback.
Brighton away. There's a video. He turned his whole body to pass right way, to pass to the right hand side. Oh my God! But you know what, man? Shout out to him. It's rejuvenation now.
Listen, the game is slower in Italy. You got time. You can see the ball coming. The whole of the midfield is there helping you.
Who do we play in the hole? If it's a low block, if it's going to be Watford and they play a low block, who do you play in the hole?
No idea.
You don't know now, do you?
It's gonna.
You know what's gonna be. Obviously, you know what's gonna happen, innit? This game, the midfield. I will make that alteration to the midfield because
you would.
Yeah, I will take. This is the thing where I will think, you know what? In that first half, what I've witnessed from James, and you could see it. Teams who don't attack us, James doesn't get the space.
No.
Yeah.
On this game, Mason Greenwood.
I will start Mason Greenwood, and then if he's gassed, if he's tiring,
you know
take
what?
him
That's
up.
very good.
Take him up because let's get the finishes early. Let's get the goal early, and then take him up.
Exactly. When you get on the right hand side, Mason Greenwood will cut in, first shot, bang.
And they'll be fearful of him. They'll be fearful of him. And you know he's got technique in it. He doesn't need that much space to have a crack.
No.
But you know.
But then in the second half, you bring on who?
James. But then you know what he's going to do, man. He's going to start James.
Predictions?
2-2.
2-2?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm going to go for...
I can't see us winning.
I'm going to go for 2-1 United.
I can't... Listen, after that press conference, my levels of optimism, all of that's been buried. All of that's been buried. I can't see when a manager's talking like that. When he's channeling Avram Grant and he's channeling Woodward, I can't see what he's saying to the players, bro. I can't see that. Because I'm looking at him like, players, most people forget, players also watch press conferences.
Of course, man. They're not stupid.
Players understand Man United. You know what? I want to put this back. David De Gea came out. Who did we get beat by? We got beat by somebody at Old Trafford. We got beat by somebody at Old
Crystal
Trafford.
Palace.
Or we got beat away one of the games when we got
West
beat
Ham.
away. David De Gea came out and said, if you can find it, it's on Sky. If you subscribe to Sky, if you subscribe to it and you're on YouTube, you can find the David De Gea
interview. It was West Ham.
He was absolutely fuming. The way he said, we lack quality. So there isn't a lack of trying. Right? Before you ask the question, how we stagnated, there's a certain sense that our club as a whole is stagnated.
And the football.
That directly then impacts the football and the manager.
Okay.
But in terms of the players that want to play for Ole, there's not one player other than Matic who's taken a piss out of him right, left and centre. And today he's come out again. He's come out again.
What's he said?
He's come out again praising Conte. He's still flirting, literally flirting, like
and he's still playing
blatantly, right?
Still
playing.
And you want to bet if he'd be sold in January?
Listen, a proper club will do that. A proper club will go, thank you so much. Proper clubs will go, Mata, give him a payout and say, Mata, you're going to have to take a back seat. You're coming in these games, but in terms of your playing time, I need to go and get some legs in this midfield. But anyway, get back to my point. This club, that is all that's surrounding it, the idea of me thinking, you need to, but David De Gea, sorry, I'll come back to, David De Gea came out and said, it's not for lack of trying, he said. We're working really hard. Everybody, and that was one of the most honest and open interviews. It was straight after the game, so obviously he was emotional. And that's where you get the best answers, really. Yeah, when you get the truth, when the truth comes out. You know what he said? He said, we lack quality throughout the team. Think that day, David De Gea has been stripped of the vice captaincy. He's not gone anywhere near. He's not gone anywhere near.
Maguire said, you know what, I rate Harry Maguire, but some of he said, we're trying hard against Everton, we're just good fan. You know what, mate? We'll end it.
That's the talk that got Hull relegated. That's the talk with the old Leicester. Not even the new Leicester, mate. The old Leicester. Brendan Rodgers will not have accepted that, mate.
No, man.
Right, you need to fix up, mate.
Yeah. Listen, leave my Harry Beckham alone.
Oh, get out of here, man.
Learning socials, man.
That guy, real devil, mate. And you know what? You can come at me all day, every day. 24, I'm available. I am available. All you have to do is get in my mentions, mate. Yeah. That's all you need to do. Say part the club, back the club, back. Listen, there's nobody on any fan cams or any channels out there that's backed Ole Solskjaer than me. And today, he's kicked me in the teeth, mate. He's kicked me right in the teeth.
Go check him out on Twitter, Aaron Socials.
Mr. Aaron UTD, and make sure you follow me and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, man, go check him out. He's nearly approaching 3K, guys. Let's push him to 3K before the end of the year. Go check him on his socials, Instagram, all of that, man. We're going to do a football podcast, a European podcast, straight after this. Probably be out tonight as well.
Yes.
So tonight, that'll be out tonight. So yeah, man, I hope you enjoyed the podcast. You know what I mean? It's been a bit long in, but you know what? You know what? We had to address some issues because we are a football club and we are stagnated at the minute. We are really, really stagnated. And we've got a manager here who's become a Glazer puppet. That'll probably be the title today. Ole Solskjaer has become a Glazer puppet. Guys, if you enjoyed this podcast, like the video, smash the like button, comment down below what you think of the game, and most importantly, subscribe. We're nearly at 10K. We're about 300 away. Not even a lot now. About 250, 300. Let's get to it. By the end of the year, let's get to it. If you're watching it, it's about 10,000 of you watching it. Subscribe. It's literally right there. I'm going to put it right there for you. Subscribe, and I'll see you after the Watford game for the review, where it was a must-win surely. Must win because Chelsea have played Tottenham and they're going to drop points there. And Arsenal revitalised, so we got to win this. But anyway, guys, like the video.
It's a bottle job.
Like the video, subscribe to United Central, and I'll see you next time. Take care, bye bye. Peace.